What would happen if one day, on a completely normal afternoon, the phone rang? You answer it, expecting a mundane conversation, but instead, you receive a secret call that changes the trajectory of your existence forever. The voice on the other end is calm, authoritative, and terrifyingly final. You are told in no uncertain terms that your old life is over. The person you were yesterday ceases to exist today. From this moment forward, no one, not your friends, not your neighbors, not even the people you love, will know your real name. No one will know your actual country of origin. You are being erased from the ledger of the ordinary world, and the most chilling condition is laid out before you. If you get caught, no one can save you. There is no cavalry coming. There is no diplomatic community. You are on your own. This is not a movie. This is not a fantasy. This is your life as a CIA agent. Think back to who you were before this call. You were an ordinary person. You blended into the crowd. Maybe you were a university student, worrying about exams and coffee prices. Maybe you were a corporate employee, tired of the 9-to-5 grind. Or perhaps you had a military background, disciplined but looking for a new purpose. You were defined by your routine, your safety, and your predictability. Then came the invitation. One day, you were called in for an interview. You put on a suit, expecting a standard corporate evaluation. You expect questions about your strengths, your weaknesses, or your 5-year plan. But as soon as you sit in that sterile, windowless room, you realize this is no ordinary interview. The people across the table don't care about your resume. They stare into your soul. They ask you questions that are designed to dismantle your morality. If you had to lie for your country, could you look someone in the eye and do it without blinking? If you had to betray someone close to you, a lover, a friend, a brother, to protect a larger secret, what would you do? You realize they are not testing your intelligence or your grades. They are testing your loyalty. They are testing your ability to compartmentalize trauma. They are testing your ability to remain silent when every instinct in your body screams to speak. They are looking for the cracks in your psyche to see if you can hold the weight of the world's darkest secrets. A few weeks pass in agonizing silence. Then the notification comes. You were selected. Congratulations. But this is a funeral for your former self. Your real life is officially over. The person you were is dead. A ghost has taken their place. The training begins. It is grueling, stripping you of your habits and your softness. You were taught the art of deception. You learn to lie in such a way that it feels more real than the truth. You learn to construct a legend, a fake life so detailed that you start to believe it yourself. You were taught to read people. You learn to spot the micro-expressions of fear, the twitch of a liar, the dilated pupils of someone in love. You were taught to use weapons, not just to fire them, but to respect the lethality they bring. You were taught to send secret messages, dead drops in parks, encrypted signals in crowded cafes, the language of shadows. Then you were stripped of your history. You were given a new identity, a new name, a new background, a new story. You practice writing a signature that isn't yours until your hand no longer shakes. And before you leave, you are given the final warning, the sentence that will echo in your mind for the rest of your days. If you get caught, the government will not recognize you. You are a tool. If the tool breaks, it is discarded. This sentence stays in your mind, haunting you. Every breath you take, every moment of silence, every decision you make is now filled with an invisible, suffocating danger. Your first real mission arrives. You were given a ticket to a place you have never been. You were sent to a foreign country, a place where the air smells different, the language sounds harsh, and the streets are a maze. Your task? To infiltrate a dangerous group and gather information. This is not a video game. You cannot restart. You must walk into the lion's den and pretend to be a lion. You sit with them. You eat with them. You laugh at their jokes. You earn their trust. You become their friend. But inside, you are screaming. Every moment is dangerous. One wrong word, one slip of the tongue regarding your fake history, one wrong move in your body language, and you could disappear forever. A bag over the head, a van in the night, and you were gone. You cannot sleep at night. The insomnia is brutal. You lie awake staring at the ceiling, replaying every conversation, analyzing every glance. You start doubting everyone. Is the shopkeeper watching you? Did the waiter linger too long? Worse, you start doubting yourself. Did you slip up? Did you say too much? You learn the heavy burden of command over your own fate. You realize that life and death decisions are now entirely in your hands. Every second of every day, you must calculate who to trust and who to fear. You now live two lives. There is the life that the world sees, the smiling expat, the businessman, the traveler. And there is the life that only you know, the spy, the liar, the gatherer of secrets. The loneliness is absolute. You cannot make real friends because friendship requires honesty, and honesty is a luxury you cannot afford. You cannot tell the truth to anyone, not a soul. You cannot reveal the reality to your family. When you call your mother, you lie about your day. When you email your siblings, you invent stories about a boring office job. You are protecting them by lying to them, but it creates a wall that can never be breached. Every day is a new challenge. Every night passes with fear, suspicion, and deep, aching loneliness. But then, something terrifying happens. You get used to it. The adrenaline becomes your baseline. Paranoia becomes part of your DNA. You stop sitting with your back to the door. You stop trusting smiles. And the most dangerous thing? It starts to feel normal. The deception feels like your natural state. Now, every decision, every action, every secret is no longer just your life. It is part of a larger mission. You are a soldier in a war no one sees. One day, the secure line rings. You receive an order that shatters both your mind and your heart. The voice on the other end is cold, detached. To complete the mission, someone must be sacrificed. It is not a request. It is a command. It could be an enemy you have grown to respect, or, far worse, it could be an innocent person, a bystander, a witness, someone who just happened to be in the wrong place. This moment breaks you from the inside. The training didn't prepare you for the weight of a human soul. You ask yourself the question that has been clawing at your mind: is this truly for my country, or is it only for power and politics? You hesitate, your hand shakes, but you realize with a sinking heart that there is no turning back. You were too deep. The exit doors closed years ago. Every decision, every step is now irreversible. You execute the order. You watch the consequences unfold. You kill a part of your own humanity to save the mission. Years later, you are alive. You survive the game. But you are not the same person who answered that phone call all those years ago. That person is dead. You have seen secrets that would topple governments. You have hidden truths that could start wars. And you have made decisions whose weight will remain on your shoulders forever. You carry a graveyard in your memory. You look in the mirror and you see the lines on your face carved by years of stress and silence. The greatest truth you have learned: you are not a hero. There will be no parades for you. There will be no medals pinned on your chest on television. No one will write books about your specific deeds. You were only a shadow. You operated in the dark so others could live in the light. And shadows never leave a mark in history. They simply fade away when the sun goes down. This is your life. Hidden, silent, forgotten.